What is up, guys? This is the ZTE ZMAX Pro. It came out in August 2016, and 1 year later, is it still worth it though? I picked one of these up for less than $100, and metropcs is still offering this phone for free when you switch. So is it still worth buying in 2017 or not? Let's find out. So this is the ZTE ZMAX Pro here. I have this in my hands, and 1 year later, I still think it's a really good design. So this ZTE ZMAX Pro is a pretty big phone. So let's go over specs right now. But before I go over specs, I'd like to thank you guys for subscribing to my main channel, and please subscribe to my second channel, which is this one right now. If you guys want to check out my main channel, the link will be also in the description to my main channel, GamerToy123. This is GamerToy Tech, so you guys can check out my main channel. So let's go ahead. Now inside this phone, we do have the Snapdragon 615 processor paired with 2 GB of RAM. Pretty good combination in my opinion. It's a pretty good processor. It's clocked at really good higher speeds. I think it's much better than the 1.4 GHz quad-core processor on the LG K20 Plus. By the way, I'll do my LG K20 Plus review also, so stick around for that video. Subscribe so you can be notified. So yeah, it's a pretty good processor. And scrolling around the menu buttons, home button, everything, multitasking, your everyday use, it's completely smooth and fluid. It hasn't been lagging. There are very few minimal drop frames and etc. So the processor is pretty good. Now the design is pretty good. Playing games and other multitasking, if you're doing your average game use, non-heavy, it's pretty smooth. It's completely smooth scrolling through the UI on the stock interface. So playing Sonic, other games, and etc. is completely smooth. I rarely got a few stutters or lags or anything like this, so it's pretty smooth. Also, playing games, it's pretty smooth, but the one thing, this phone kind of heats up a little bit. So if you're playing really high intensive games, the phone tends to get really hot and it tends to heat up a little bit. So it's not a serious issue, but that's something you need to think about. But still, it handles games pretty well, even though this phone does heat up a little bit, which is something uncommon. It does happen mostly with Android phones and other phones, even the Galaxy S8. It does. If you're playing really high intensive games, it tends to heat up a little bit. You don't want to compare the Galaxy S8 to this phone. It's not as fast as the Galaxy S8 or the iPhone 8 Plus, but it's still decently fast. Now the camera is a 13 megapixel camera. I still think it takes pretty decent shots. I'm inside and it still takes pretty decent looking shots. And the front camera is a 5 megapixel camera. I'm sorry that the screen is kind of cracked because of the screen protector inside. But still, it takes really decent shots. Picture quality is still pretty good. It's not the best one in the world, but it's a pretty decent camera for the price. So you don't want to compare this phone to a beautiful, more up-to-date flagship like the Galaxy S8, Note 8, or the iPhone 8 Plus, or even the upcoming iPhone X and the LG V30 as well. But still, I still think it's a pretty decent camera. Now the screen size is a 6-inch Full HD display with a 1080p resolution, which is pretty decent in my opinion. This phone has 32 gigabytes. 8 gigabytes has been used. I still have 23 gigabytes left, which is decent. Rolling through the phone, it's pretty good looking. We do have the fingerprint scanner in the back, which I will go over in just a second. And now the software on the phone, it's rocking the Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. So unfortunately, this phone is a little bit behind in the software system cycle. But on the bottom, we do have the USB Type-C On the top, we do have the headphone jack, which is something I will talk about if I do get my hands in the newer iPhones. On the right hand side, we do have a SIM card tray slot. You need to insert the SIM card injection tool. You push it, and you could put in a metropcs SIM card or a T-Mobile phone if you're using T-Mobile. On the right hand side, we do have, on the left hand side, I'm sorry, we do have the power button, which is pretty textured so you can find it easily in the dark or if you're pulling out of your pocket, and some volume rockers as well. So the volume rockers, anyways. On the back, it feels like a matte finish, It picks up a little bit of fingerprints, but not too much, and we do have a flash next to the fingerprint scanner. So here's my question. Should you buy the ZTE ZMAX Pro in 2017? My answer is yes, because metropcs is still offering this phone for free when you switch. You could pick one of these up for less than $100. I'll link their deals in the video description. So you can pick one of these up. You can pick one of these up right now at metropcs. So thank you for watching. So guys, I have a quick announcement. Since I created my YouTube channel from my main channel, Gamer123, I'm still a really small YouTube channel. So my videos are not going to be the most good looking. My editing is not going to be the best. My voice, it's not going to be the clearest in the world. I can't compare myself to Tim Schofield, Unbox Therapy, Android Police, Android Authority, and other YouTubers that review phones. I'm definitely not the only one that has a small YouTube channel. We have Simple Alpaca, Tech Focus, and Infinity Last, which is the newest YouTube channel. Go and subscribe to him. I'm definitely one of those guys who will have a small YouTube channel. So subscribe if you guys want me to do more phones in the future. So thank you for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.